Good morning, everybody. This is CD. Uh, we have we just pulled this filter pump from a Pitco Fryer, and we tried to see what is the problem because it doesn't work. We figured out that is maybe clogged here in the pump, or either in the one of these lines. But I put one long screwdriver in this along this pipe inside, and really don't see anything clogged. So probably the problem is in the pump inside here. I will try to show you what it does when I plugged it in. As you can hear, there's a noise. That means fortunately the motor is still good. The problem is the grease is hardens with because it was sitting for a long time inside the pump. So we'll try to see if we can do something about this together. Sometimes I cleaned a lot of fryers. I'm doing this for like 10 years now, and I clean a lot of fryers. Sometimes there is like the gear or the pinions inside of the pump here. Sometimes it's hard to pull the pump away from the motor. It has two screws here, as you can see. You have to take them off. Sorry, you can see them too. And there's two more in this side, as you can see. But sometimes it's hard to pull this because when this distance, the distance between this edge and the motor is smaller than the length of the gear inside the pump, it's hard to pull this unless then you will have to remove these two screws or two bolts. Sorry, I have to find it. Yes, here's one here in the bottom, and here's one in the top on the side. They are ½ inch. To be able to get access to those pinions to unclog them and clean them, we will have to use or to unscrew this bolt, to unbolt this bolt. There are 4 on the side. Usually they are not hard to take off because excuse me, to take the glove off. Because there's no grease. Now we'll have to unscrew these 2 bolts or screws. We'll have to do the other sides. Now the screws are out. Usually I take a rubber hammer and tape it like this, level. Nicely. Sometimes I have to use a screwdriver. And you start to, as you can see, but you have to be careful because there is a gasket inside that seals the pump and the two parts of the pump, so you have to be careful not to damage it. You don't have to, as you can see, the gasket or the seal. You can see everything is moving, and watch the distance between that I mentioned before. Yeah, we run into the problem I described in the beginning. You see the structure and the gears are still inside here, as you can see. So maybe we'll have to, that's good, it came off. Sometimes it's easier to free the motor from its base plates. Sometimes we have to collect the gasket and put it somewhere safe so we don't damage it. As you can see, where the problem is, it's all clogged here, so we will have to clean it. And as you can see here, the pinions, I will try to remove these two pinions because they are very hard, and I don't have anybody to help me to hold the camera, so I will have to turn it off, and I will just have to put some WD-40 there or some degreaser to be able to cut off or to cut the grease inside it. I already have a very hot degreaser in another fryer there that I'm using to clean the other fryers. Then I will show you how this is looking like after I removed it. Still fighting with it, and I finally got one piece, but the main one that turns the pump that connects to the motor here, it's very hard, especially if you can see the color of grease here. It's dry and hard, so we'll have to bring something like that will go in this between the teeth, so I will be able to clean it, and maybe I will have to spray in some degreaser to be able to pull it out. When I pull it out, I will show it to you before I clean it. Anyway, this is the problem, the major problem of pumps. I'm working on fryers for over 10 years now, and I haven't never replaced any fryer that I sold. Mostly I have to take it apart like this and clean it, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'll see you when I get this part off. I finally got it out, and as you can see, it was very hard, the grease, because it was sitting for a long time. and that's exactly what's happened most of the time with the filtration system when it sits for a long time, and it's not in working or in working environment. As you can see here inside, that's where it was stuck, and that was the problem. So we'll have to use some degreaser to clean up this mess. As you can see, it's very dirty, and we will have to recondition the motor base like this and clean it to look nice. We will have to wipe all the motor and the pump and the accessories before we put it together again. I will keep you updated when I clean the pinion. Usually what I do is I clean anything that is I can clean with the degreaser first and the water. Then I will use my drill and a wire brush. When they go in this direction, like this, with the wire brush, and so I can clean it, and I will show you how they will look like when I finish.